The air was thick and warm, scented with dry earth and wood smoke, ancient, as if it held the stories of generations. Every breath seemed to carry whispers of the past, a tapestry woven from countless lives that had unfolded here before me. The dust hung in the sunlight, swirling gently as if reluctant to settle, and I felt as though I was stepping into a living memory. I had arrived in what statistics call the world's poorest country, but I came for the faces and voices, not the numbers. The people here were not defined by data or headlines, but by their resilience, their laughter, and the quiet dignity in their eyes. Each face told a story. Each voice added a new note to the song of the village. The sun blazed in a pale blue sky, casting long shadows over cracked ground and resilient trees. The landscape was harsh, yet beautiful, a place where survival was etched into every root and stone. The earth, though parched, seemed to pulse with a stubborn life, refusing to yield. My journey led me from the bustling capital to rural heartlands, where roads turned to dirt and villages blended into the ochre landscape. The city's noise faded behind me, replaced by the steady hum of insects and the distant calls of herders. With every mile, the world grew quieter, more intimate, and the horizon stretched wider than I had ever imagined. Children paused their games to wave, their laughter echoing like birdsong. Their joy was infectious, a reminder that happiness can thrive even in the most unlikely places. They darted barefoot through the dust, inventing games from scraps and imagination, their energy undimmed by the heat. Life here moved to the rhythm of the sun, not the clock, a world away from my own. The day unfolded slowly, marked by the changing light and the calls to prayer, by the simple rituals of work and rest. There was a patience here, a sense that time itself was measured differently. Beneath the simplicity, I sensed the daily struggle for survival. Every task, from fetching water to tending goats, was a testament to endurance. Yet there was pride in these routines, a quiet heroism in meeting each day's demands with grace. Yet, I was welcomed as a guest. Amina, the matriarch, greeted me with a nod and a glass of precious water. In a place where every drop was hard-won, her gesture was an act of generosity that spoke volumes. Her eyes sparkled with warmth, and her presence radiated a strength that anchored the family. In her smile, I saw a universal kindness that made me feel at home. It was a reminder that hospitality is a language understood everywhere, transcending borders and backgrounds. Her welcome bridged the gap between stranger and friend. My adventure began not in grand landscapes, but in the quiet strength of a family's courtyard. Here, among shared meals and gentle laughter, I found the heart of this land, a place where hope endures, and where every day is a testament to the power of community and the beauty of simple human connection. Before the first rays of sunlight touch the earth, the village slowly stirs to life. Women's footsteps soft in the pre-dawn gloom, echoing through the quiet, dusty paths. Their day begins long before most have opened their eyes, their presence the heartbeat of the village. For Amina, each day starts with the crackle of fire and the long, familiar walk to fetch water. With her young daughter by her side, they balance heavy buckets on their heads, making the journey twice every day. This ritual, passed down through generations, is both a necessity and a lesson in resilience for the next generation. The path they travel is rocky and uneven, the sun soon rising to beat down with relentless heat. Yet, their pace never falters. Survival demands unwavering determination, and every step is a testament to their strength and endurance. The precious water they carry is carefully rationed, used for cooking simple meals, washing clothes by hand, and giving life to the few animals they keep. Every drop is accounted for, nothing wasted. Amina pounds millet into flour with rhythmic precision, her daughters tending the open fire, sweeping the dusty compound, and learning the skills they will one day pass on. The preparation of food is a communal effort, each task woven into the fabric of daily life. There are no modern conveniences here, no running water, no electricity, no machines to ease the burden. Every meal is the result of hours of labor, from grinding grain to stirring pots over open flames. The chores never end. Tending the small garden, mending worn clothes by hand, caring for children, and keeping the compound clean. Each task flows into the next, filling every hour of the day. There is no true rest, only a constant cycle of service and responsibility. Even as the sun sets, the work continues, the women's energy seemingly endless. Yet through it all, Amina moves with quiet dignity. Her strength is the invisible scaffolding that holds her family together. Her sacrifice is often unseen, but deeply felt. In this place, work is more than duty. It is devotion. Resilience is not just a word, but a way of life, woven into every day, every gesture, every shared task. The women's collective strength is what binds the community. Their efforts the foundation upon which village life stands. Together, they create a world of endurance, hope, and quiet heroism. In the heart of the village, the school stands as a single room, packed with eager children whose eyes shine with hope, even as resources are painfully scarce. The walls are bare, the desks are few, and yet, every seat is filled with a child yearning to learn. Books and pencils are precious commodities here, passed from hand to hand, shared among many. Each page is turned with care, each pencil stub treasured, as students do their best to make the most of what little they have. Still, the hunger for knowledge is fierce. Education is their hope for a different future, a way to break free from the cycle of poverty that surrounds them. Their determination is written on every face, in every focused glance. For many, even a simple notebook is a luxury, something to be cherished and protected. Some children come to class empty-handed, but their desire to learn is undiminished. At home, children are often needed for chores, especially girls, who shoulder much of the household burden. Their education is often interrupted by the demands of daily life. Amina's daughter, for example, dreams of becoming a nurse, of helping her community and making a difference. She gazes out the classroom window, imagining a future where her dreams come true. But daily chores, fetching water, gathering firewood, caring for siblings, often keep her from class, pulling her away from her studies and her dreams. Their thirst for knowledge is matched only by their daily quest for water. The village well is unreliable, sometimes dry, sometimes contaminated, making every day a struggle. Water scarcity brings not just inconvenience, but disease and hardship. Children fall ill, families suffer, and the burden grows heavier. Clean water is a daily anxiety, chaining women and girls to hours of labor as they walk long distances, often in the heat, just to collect enough for their families. Poverty and lack of resources create a cycle that's hard to escape, trapping families in hardship and limiting the opportunities of the next generation. Yet, watching the children's bright faces, full of laughter, hope, and determination, is both inspiring and heartbreaking. Their spirit shines through, even in the toughest circumstances. Their dreams are big, their ambitions limitless, but the barriers they face are immense, sometimes as real as a locked gate, sometimes as invisible as a lack of opportunity. It's a stark reminder of how much we take for granted: clean water, a safe classroom, a chance to learn. For these children, every drop and every lesson is a precious gift. Healthcare is a distant hope, a clinic a day's walk away, with no guarantee of medicine or a doctor. Minor illnesses can be deadly, especially for the young and old. I saw worry etched on every mother's face. When Amina's youngest fell ill, she had only a damp cloth and herbal tea to offer. She sat with him through the night, her love her only weapon. The community supports each other, but tradition is a poor substitute for medicine. Relief came when the fever broke, but the fear lingered. Life here is lived on a razor's edge, and mothers bear the heaviest weight. Their love is fierce, a daily battle against hunger, thirst, and disease. It is the most powerful force in this land. Amid hardship, I found joy, deeper than comfort, echoing in shared courtyards and children's laughter. Games are simple, but happiness is real and loud. Evenings bring families together, stories shared by firelight. Amina sits with her children, neighbors join, and laughter fills the air. These moments of connection are the glue of the community. One night the children sang for me, their voices rising into the star-filled sky. Amina's smile was pure pride, a mother delighting in her children. These pockets of happiness are acts of defiance, proof the human spirit can find reasons to sing. Here, happiness is found in connection, not possessions. Joy fuels their resilience, reminding them what they fight for each other. These moments are the sips of water that sustain them. Hope runs through this community, sometimes thin, but never broken. It's in the way a woman plants a seed, or a child walks miles to school. Hope here is action, not wishful thinking. I saw it in a women's cooperative pooling resources for a sewing machine, gaining independence and pride. Each stitch is a step toward a better future. Ingenuity is everywhere, repairing tools, weaving baskets, adapting with what little they have. This is not a community waiting to be saved, but one fighting for its own survival. The children are the greatest source of hope, the reason for every sacrifice. The hope is that their lives will be easier, their dreams less limited. It's fragile, but it drives them forward. Leaving came too soon. Saying goodbye to Amina's family was harder than I expected. Amina pressed a woven bracelet into my hand, a simple, precious symbol of our connection. As I left, I carried more than memories. The scent of wood smoke, the sound of laughter, the feel of Amina's hand. This journey changed me, replacing statistics with real faces and stories. These are not faceless victims, but people defined by spirit and resilience. They deserve respect, not pity. Understanding, not assumptions. I urge you to look beyond headlines and see the people behind the numbers. Empathy is the first step toward change. My heart is full of gratitude and belief in the human spirit's strength. The bracelet reminds me, though worlds apart, our hearts can be joined by understanding.